get into the battle, people, you need to make sure you've got enough energy to watch this. And what do I mean by that? Get yourself some G Fuel using code SALT for 30% off. My favorite flavors are dragon fruit and peach iced tea. There's a bunch of other flavors you want to try it. You can get starter kits, you can get tubs, a whole bunch of different ranges there for your energy and caffeine needs or non-caffeine needs. Link in the description of the video, people. Come and check out G Fuel with code SALT. If you miss the salt, it's not my fault. What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a full ability changing moves Pokemon team. These moves are really cool because they can change Pokemon's abilities and be used in a variety of situations. I'm going to be doing a whole team base around these few moves here, and also I'll be doing doubles battles for these moves too. Now, today's going to be a double upload day, so later on there will be another theme team out. This one was meant to go up yesterday, but I sort of ran out of time. Okay, first battle, this one was against Dark, and we've got a Gothitelle and Blaspheon lead. Now, my first strategy is going to be with Regigigas and Durant. So Durant gets the ability, the move, and Entrainment, and it also has the ability Hustle there, right? So what I'm going to be doing, right, is giving the Hustle ability to the Regigigas, getting rid of its slow start. So Entrainment replaces the target's ability with, you know, the users, being the Durant, which is going to be really, really nice. So selecting my targets here at the moment, we're going to have the Durant giving the ability first. I'm running max speed and max health, max speed and max attack on this set. I gave it a couple of the coverage moves as well. Now, the Regi's also going to be the same sort of build there. This time it's going to be Adam and Nature instead of Jolly, though. I wanted to see how much damage I could possibly get. Now I'm going to paralyze that Blastoise to start off with. We got a physical Gothitelle here, unfortunately dropping my speed and doing a pretty sizable amount of damage to my Regigigas as well. So this Blastoise is going to have Astonish, which is pretty astonishing, and it's going to do a little bit of damage to Durant here. Now Durant is going to go for first impression. It's going to miss. I did that on purpose because I've got a Stomping Tantrum combination there, right? Unfortunately, the Facade Flame Orb Regigigas misses the Gothitelle because of Hustle. So I'm pretty much only going to get like one more chance to use this. Blastoise then with a Rest. So I'm not sure what they're doing with Rest on their set. They've got Astonish and Rest so far, which is pretty astonishing. So go for a Stomping Tantrum. Hustle's going to miss there, and Blunder Palsy is going to kick in on the Durant, giving it a +2 in speed. Facade is also going to miss too. God dang it. And the Gothitelle is going to take my Regigigas out with a low sweep. Regigigas will be back in the other two videos, but man, that was a horrible start to the battle right there. At least I got to show you what the abilities were doing, right? Next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be my Mew here. I'm not amused at the moment. Now, this Mew set is going to be pretty interesting here. Also, the Entrainment could be pretty fun on Mew too, so I thought, let's go over Roleplay Gastro as a set with Psychic and Psychic Fangs, just in case I get a any sort of stats or ability. So with this set, right, I'm going to give the Durant giving the Hustle to the Mew again, so that's going to boost up the power of Psychic Fangs, which is going to be very nice. And with Mew, it learns Gastro, so Gastro Acid nullifies the ability, so that Beast Boost is now gone on the Blaspheon until it obviously swaps out or whatever like that. So another low kick on my Durant. It's not going to do a lot of damage. It is, however, going to drop my speed. And Blastoise is going to go for Astonish here, doing pretty good damage to my Mew. Now, this Mew is max speed and max attack. At the moment, I've got a pretty good attack stack because I've already got max attack, and I'm going to be using Psychic Fangs all the way. So Clefairy is going to come into this one. Blastoise's going to swap out too, so a double swap out here. And in comes the Grimmsnarl. So that's actually not bad. I can go for a Metal Claw there, and hopefully it won't miss. And it doesn't. So Metal Claw's going to land, and Clefairy gets hit really, really hard. Mew is then going to go for a Psychic Fangs, and it's going to land, and Clefairy is going to get body there. So that's really, really good. That was definitely a bulky Everlight there. Could have been Friendguard as well. Next Pokemon to come is going to be the Lucario here. This is where things got rather interesting. Now, Grimmsnarl is going to be a Prankster Metronome set, only on my shadow, right? And it's going to use Psych Up, so it actually steals my speed boost there, which is actually pretty nice, giving it a +1 in speed. So I went for Metal Claw here on the Grimmsnarl, almost took it out in one shot. It was so close, and the Psychic Fangs from the Mew is going to miss due to Hustle. Now the Lucario, right, is going to go for a Copycat, and it's going to copy the Psychic Fangs from my Mew and use it on the Durant. Now, unfortunately for the Lucario, it's not going to be very effective. Now the Grimmsnarl is going to go for another Metronome here, and they get Searing Shot, which is very, very lucky not only does it like both of my Pokemon, it destroys my Durant there because it's 4 times weak to fire. So that was very, very nice there. Very nice move to get. So bye-bye Durant. It will be back though. So go for Psychic Fangs again. Hustle has made it missing. I missed so many times in my moves here, right? Now Lakara's going to go for another copycat. That's going to copycat the Psychic Fangs. It's not going to do a lot to Mew because I am going to resist it, right? Now we're going to go into the Ribombee here. Now I thought we'll make use of a ability skill swap. And I'll give them a troll item too. This is a physical Ribombee. Leech Life, Play Rough, Max Attack and Max Speed. I've got Skill Swap and Switcheroo. This is a Honey Gather set, and I gave the item as Honey as well. So what you do, right, you just troll the opponent. You Skill Swap, give them Honey Gather, then Switcheroo, and give them a pot of honey. Anyway, we got the Grimmsnarl. Go for a Metronome Explosion. This is really bad, right? So the Grimmsnarl is going to explode, right? Mew gets absolutely dominated, and my Ribombee goes down, and the Lucario goes down as well, and of course, down goes Grimmsnarl. So it is a full field clear there. Like, that was crazy. Like, that was some really good luck on those Metronomes. So the whole field just gets nuked there. I've got only 2 more Pokemon left. Something's got to give people. Now, the next Pokemon I'm going to swap in here is going to be my Ferrothorn here. And no worries with this set. I've got a good idea. And the next Pokemon I've got here is my Xatu here. Let me explain what these strategies are going to be. So in comes the Katana. That's quite a threatening Pokemon, but I don't know what the set is. And in comes this Astonished Resting Blastoise. So both of these Pokemon have got Beast Boost, right? Now, my Ferrothorn, let's explain that. We've got a Worry Seed that gives Insomnia to your opponent. So I was like, let's get rid of Beast Boost right away. I've also got a Steel Roller Power Whip set, all right? And this Xatu is a simple Skill Swap Calm Mind Stored Power set. So what you do, right, you use either Skill Swap in the opponent, right? And then you give the Magic Bounce, right? And then you use Simple Beam on the opponent. Simple Beam gets bounced back to you. And then you've got the ability Simple. And then you could go for Calm Mind and get a +2 in Special Attack and a +2 in Special Defense. You can do it either way. Either sort of strategy works there, right? So we got a special Katana with Round, which is pretty interesting. I'm going to go for the Worry Seed here. And Katana's Beast Boost is gone, which is great. So it's not going to get any speed boost. Not that it really matters that much, right? Now, we got the, I was thinking actually giving that Blastoise Insomnia so it couldn't use Rest, but it couldn't really use Rest right now, so I wasn't really sure what the strategy was, and I thought it'd be a waste of time. So we got a Dynamax Pokemon here, and it is going to be the Dynamax Katana. So all we've seen at this point is Round, so it must be a special attacking set, plus it's got a +1 in special attack too, right? Now, this Ferrothorn is good in Dynamax too. This is what the whole strategy is meant to be about, right? Now they're going to go for Max Guard here, which is interesting. Now, what I did right, so I went for the Simple Beam on the Blastoise. It is going to bounce back to me and give my Xatu, you know, the simple ability here, right? That actually looked really cool. Blastoise on the Simple Beam, like it's coming out of its mind. So I'm going to get the simple ability now, which is great. And now Ferrothorn, I'm going to go for Rock Polish. This is a Max Attack and Max Speed set, right? I've got Adamantium and we've also got Max Speed there too. And then the Blastoise has got Self-Destruct. Stuff is just blowing up in this battle. So Self-Destruct pops off really hard there. Obviously, that was the combination, so Katana will go for the Max Guard. The item on the Blastoise is Normal Gem. Wait, that set was Astonished, Rest, and Self-Destruct. What sort of messed up set is that? Anyway, Blastoise is going to fight from his own Self-Destruct. And Xatu is going to also fight before I can get my, my Calm Mind, Stored Mind. Stored Mind? Stored Mind! That's actually a really good move. Stored Mind. Stored Power off there. Stored Mind is really good. I've done it again. So we're going to bring in the Ferrothorn here. Wait, it's already brought in. I'm going to go for Dynamax and go for get the Grassy Terrain on the field, right? Once the Grassy Terrain is on the field for a Max Overgrowth, I then will be able to go for Steel Roller, which only works under a terrain, right? Once you've used Steel Roller once, it just annihilates the terrain and it's gone, right? So go for Dynamax here. It's very, very bulky, and I've got Iron Barbs too. I feel like I should be able to, tank any of Katana's moves. Katana's special side isn't very good, right? So I went for a Steel-type move there just to boost my defense, just in case, you never know. And now Katana's also going to go for a Max Steel Spike as well. I've got no idea what Steel move. I mean, I know what it could be. It's either Flash Cannon or Steel Beam, but I don't know yet. I believe it's definitely a fully special set run. So all my opponents are going to get a defense boost there. Giga Impact, if on the Gothitelle it was going to miss. I don't know, you missed the Ferrothorn that big. And now I'm going to go for the Max Overgrowth on the Gothitelle, and that is going to be enough to take it out. So bye-bye Gothitelle. all that's left now is the Ferrothorn versus Katana. Now, we don't really have, like, moves that'll do a lot of damage to each other, right? Because, you know, Katana's got a lot of base defense. It's going to resist all my moves. Plus, I've got a good amount of defense too, and I'm going to resist all of Katana's moves. See, even in Dynamax, it's doing very, very small amounts of damage there, right? I mean, we know that it's got a steel move. We know that it's got round. So both those moves are not going to do anything. And also the grassy terrain is on the field too. All right, it's time to shine, people. So Katana, right, is actually D-Dynamax. That's actually a good term, D-Dynamax. One turn before me. I'm going to go for the max overgrowth there. Look at that damage. So that's beautiful. You know, you can't make this up, people. So it's got Steel Beam as its special move. It rinsed so much of its health there, and Ferrothorn was able to live, which is good. But the bad thing here is, right, after Dynamax wears off, that Steel Beam will definitely take me out. So all I can do here is go for Steel Roller with the grassy terrain up now. I can go spin like a top, and Katana's not going to go down to that one. It's not very effective. The terrain is going to get destroyed there, and Katana is going to go for a Steel Beam here. I didn't think they'd risk the round, and Steel Beam is going to take out my Ferrothorn. However, Katana used the recall move first, so it actually fainted first, even though it took me out. So this battle, in my opinion, it should have been a draw, is going to end up in my win. So thank you for the battle, Dart. They're a very interesting team. Hope you enjoyed some of the strategy I did with my my moves here. And let's get on to battle number 2. Now, each of these battles I got to use like different strategies. I got to get stuff to work a little bit better than something else did in another battle, right? This is the battle against Mr. Gastro. We have a couple of shinies here, Orbeetle, and we've got a big old green lasagna. Now, actually, I haven't had lasagna for a very... Actually, green lasagna would be like a vegetarian one, wouldn't it? And I haven't had one for ages. So what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to be a good Samaritan, right? I'm going to get rid of that weak armor and give the Crustle Honey Gather, right? So it's content. So we got a Earthquaking Crustle here. Now, the Orbeetle's got telepathy, which is really nice. It's actually going to mean the Earthquake's not going to do any damage to it. And it's going to hit me pretty hard on both of my Pokemon, even though I resist, right? So we got some weak armor here, which is Crustle's ability. That's going to increase my speed. Not that it really mattered too much, right? So Ferrothorn, I went for the Worry Seed on Orbeetle to get rid of its ability. I noticed at the start that it didn't have Frisk, so I knew that it would probably have telepathy, right? Especially in a doubles battle. So now any of Crustle's moves will hit it, which is great. Now the Orbeetle's going to set up the Trick Room here, which is going to benefit not my Ribombee, but all the other Pokemon. I'm going to pop that Power Whip there. Does very good damage to Crustle. I'm very, very happy about that. Now Crustle's going to go for a knockoff here. It is going to take a little bit of Iron Barb's damage, and the item I've got on my Ferrothorn is Metal Coat. Got to power up that Steel Roller, right? Now the Orbeetle's going to go for a Future Sight, and I can resist that, but I don't want to take repeated hits, right? So since I gave Crustle Honey Gather, I may as well give it a pot of honey as well, right? So I gave it a jar of honey, then I got the White Herb, and then my defensive drop actually got healed from the White Herb I stole, which is amazing. So now we're going to go for another Power Whip here on the Crustle, and Crustle is down. Man, that Crustle got its ability stolen. It got given a jar of honey. Man, it got trolled hard. Anyway, so the Orbeetle's going to go for a U-turn here, not doing a lot of damage to me. Actually, I did more damage to it with the Iron Barbs, and it's going to be swapping out there. Now, the next 2 Pokemon that come in here is going to be a Frostmoth there. Is that Frosty the Green? Or what was that? What was the title? I think that was. Anyway, so it's going to go for a Leech Life, my Ribombee, and it does good damage there. I've got this as Adamantine, and it hits pretty hard. I thought I might be able to get Hustle onto it too with the Durant if the opportunity arose, right? Or arised. Whatever the word. I think it's arose, right? Anyway, our next Pokemon, the Frostmoth, is going to be going first here with the Bug Buzz, and Ferrothorn is going to be fainting here, right? And that's all right. I mean, Ferrothorn will come back in the 3rd battle and did some pretty good work in the 1st run. So the Vicavolt's going to come and hit me with a very, very hard Volt Switch there. I need to get rid of that thing. That's a really, really strong Pokemon there, right? And the Aselga is going to be coming in. So my Ribombee is going to go for the skill swap here. I'm going to be swapping with the Aselga. The Aselga had Unburden, and I gave it the Weak Armor. So that's not all that bad. I'm not really sure what this set is going to be. So swapping into my Mew here, I was a little bit scared of a bug move, but I just had to sort of go for it, right? Now, Selga is going to go for the Water Shuriken. Water Shuriken is going to hit me a couple of times there, and it's going to take my Ribombee out. It is what it is, people. It's not a very, very bulky Pokemon. Now, we've got this Mew set, as you know. It's got the Psychic Fangs and the Psychic. We've got a U-turn coming from the Frostmoth. This team has quite a bit of momentum as well. You got Frostmoth, you got Orbeetle, and you got Vikavolt, right? And possibly the Aselga as well. Now, the Orbeetle, speaking of which, is going to slide back right in here, and I'm going to go for roleplay here. So I'm going to copy Orbeetle's ability, which is going to be the telepathy. So getting rid of Synchronize and copying that. So this seems really cool. Like, so many abilities are getting swapped around at the moment. Next Pokemon is going to be the Xatu. I thought I might try and get this going again. And we've got a Bug Buzz coming from the Aselga right there, doing a lot of damage there to my Xatu. So I'm going to be eating that Citrus Berry there. I'd love to have gotten like a simple Calm Mind up before I got hit by that, because I would have taken that like a lot better. So going for simple on the Orbeetle there, getting rid of its telepathy once again there, and what I could do is copy that at some stage, right? Now we're going to go for Psychic on the Aselga. I'm going to try and get rid of it, and it had a Focus Sash as the item, and it was also a critical hit too. So it's going to be able to have like one more attack, and I can take it out after that. So the Orbeetle is going to go for the Trick Room here. It's going to be favoring all the slow Pokemon. Aselga is going to go, sorry, not the Aselga, the Aselga with Future Sight. That'd be pretty cool. Orbeetle is going to go for the Future Sight. Now, I'm going to go for Psychic Fangs and take out Aselga. I don't want that thing attacking anymore. It's too dangerous. That Bug Buzz's pretty powerful, yep. Now, Xatu is going to get the opportunity to go for a skill swap here. So finally, I'm going to have the simple ability, and my Calm Mind boosts are going to be +2 on the special and +2 on the special defense, right? It's going to be very, very bulky. Now, the next Pokemon to come in is going to be the Frostmoth again, right? We know this has got U-turn. Now, I'm not sure if this is a fully physical set or it's mixed. Now, I've got the U-turn on my Mew. It doesn't take me out, but boy, does it do a lot of damage. So it's going to be going back there again. Lots of momentum at the moment. And Vikavolt is going to come back in here. I need to take this Vikavolt out. I'm actually quite scared of it, right? It's going to do a lot of damage. So now Orbeetle's going to go for like Future Sight number 69 here, and on my Mew. Now, I'm going to go for Gastro out here, getting rid of the ability on the Vikavolt. Not that I really wanted to. I actually wanted to get rid of the Frostmoth's Icy Scales. I'm assuming that's what I had. But unfortunately, Vikavolt's Levitate. It's not really going to change too much unless we got some ground-type action happening, right? So getting my Calm Mind up. Here we go. Here's the Volt Switch. And it's just not enough probably to deliver Volt Switch from Vikavolt. Vikavolt has a huge amount of special attack. If I had full health, I would have been fine then. That would have been awesome. Would have been content. Anyway, so Xatu's going to fight there in a Salty Rage, and the Frostmoth is going to come back in. Once again, things are looking rather desperate, right? Now, Orbeetle's going to go for a U-turn, and that is the end of my Mew. So I've got 2 more Pokemon left, and this time I saved them for last, the Durant and the Regigigas. Can we get the Regigigas to land an attack this time? After that first battle, I was salty, right? So we got 2, it is a mono bug team. It's a mono bug team. I just realized. So I'm a little bit slow today, people. I'm just woken up. So we got the Durant and the Regigigas here, right? Now we got the Frostmoth going for an Ice Beam here. I don't think it's got a lot to hit my Durant with, but boy, does it do a lot of damage here anyway. Vikavolt's going to go for a Volt Switch here on my Regigigas, doing a lot of damage to it, right? So the other Pokemon to come in is either going to be the Orbeetle, and it's going to cut back and say, okay, I have to take these out. I've got to actually, you know what? The threat here is going to be the Frostmoth. So throwing up a Substitute here, because I know the Future Sight is going to be coming our way. Entrainment's going to fail there due to the Sub being up, and the Future Sight is going to hit the Substitute instead of yours truly, which is going to be very, very handy there. Now, at this stage, the Trick Room is going to wear off, so Durant is going to be going first, right, then Regigigas. So what I did right is I went Entrainment. I gave the Hustle to Regigigas. Now Regigigas has got the Flame Orb up there, and the Facade is, I'm good to rock and roll here. And finally the Facade is going to land, and there's no way that Frostmoth is going to live that. That would have one-shot a Frostmoth. Like, its family tree just got decimated, like all the little icy moths. Now, Orbeetle's going to go for recovery, and maybe they thought I'd target that, and they're going to get all the health back. Not that it really changed too much. Now, I was thinking here, Orbeetle's pretty tanky, right? That's going to be quite a difficult Pokemon to take out, but it seems to be kind of passive outside of their Future Sight. In comes Vikavolt. I have to take this out. Metal Claw's going to miss on Durant, which sucks, and Blunder Policy is going to kick him, which is fine. I'm fussing all the Pokemon on their team anyway. Watch this Facade, people. Vikavolt is going to get one shot of there. This Regigigas is like, it's no games. The only thing that you have to worry about with it is if he missed. And in Dynamax, it's actually not very good because you're not getting like the effects of Facade. So I didn't Dynamax this Regigigas like at all, right? The last Pokemon to come in is going to be the Escavalier here. It's going to be able to go for an Iron Head, outspeeding me under Trick Room, and unfortunately my Regigigas is going to faint. All that's left now is my Durant. We got Orbeetle going for a Future Sight here, so I know that I can live the Future Sight. Stop Big Tantrum is going to miss, which sucks so much. That would have done a lot of damage there to the Escavalier, right? So I'm forced here to go for the Dynamax. All I can really do is go for Max Guard here to try and stall out the Trick Room. I was thinking maybe I could go for a couple of turns in a row, but it's going to be very, very risky, right? Extremely risky, you know. I don't have a lot of health there. Escavalier's got a lot of attack too, so if it's got something, maybe even a ground type move will do a lot, maybe like a drill run or something like that. So go for Max Guard here. The Iron Head coming from the Escavalier is going to do nothing, and the Orbital is going to go for the Trick Room here, right? So that's going to reset the speed. I think we had 1 or 2 more turns left on the trigger. Anyway, we got a double Dynamax here, and the Dynamax Pokemon is not going to be the Orbeetle like I sort of thought. It's going to be the Escavalier. So Dynamax Escavalier is so bulky. Even outside of normal Dynamax, this Pokemon has, it's got great defenses and good health and stuff like that. It's a very good Pokemon. I've always liked the Escavalier. It's very, very cool. Excellent Trick Room Pokemon too. So go for Max Flutterby here. That's the best I can do there with my Durant. And Orbeetle is going to get annihilated in one shot there, which is really, really good. It was a fairly passive Pokemon outside. It just did, Future Sight and, U-turn, that sort of thing, right? And recovered itself up and set the Trick Room up. Now we got the Max Quake coming from the Escavalier here, and interesting enough, I do manage to live it, which is really, really cool here. I was like, I might be able to stall out another turn, right? This could be really, really cool, right? And then I was like, wait, the Future Sight, my future is not looking very bright. And that is the end of my Durant, people. Hope you enjoyed this second battle there. Finally got my Regigigas to get rolling on the opponent's Pokemon. And let's get on to the third and final battle here. So, man, this has been a really, really fun team to actually use. All right, third battle. This one was against Dilliking, and we also have another theme team here as well. So we got loads and loads of theme teams. I just need a drink here, people. This is this ability is they're taking that my ability to narrate is going to go down if I don't take a drink. Sorry, that was the best I could do for a pun. Anyway, we got a interesting team here. We got a Mamoswine and a Vulpix. So I thought it's high time, right, that I went Hustle on my Mew. So I Entrainment and gave it the Hustle, right? Now we got the Mamoswine going for a Hail here. So I'm thinking this is going to be I think this is going to be a scummy Snowcloak team, judging on the Pokemon members, right? So first what I'm going to do is get rid of the Vulpix's ability to suppress it. And Sheer Cold is Vulpix's move. It just slides on by it. Thank goodness, right? So taking a little bit of Hail on Durant and Mew here, this really extends the amount of time in the battle to getting hit by the Hail every single time, right? So now we got the Mamoswine going for a Tract on the Durant. Imagine a Mamoswine falling in love with an ant. I feel like Mamoswine would step on it before anything happens. You know what I'm saying? Go for the cut the Psychic Fangs there, and Mamoswine is going to be fated. Now the Vulpix is going to go for a Aurora Veil. Psycho Fangs. That's actually a really good, it could be I'm not sure. I feel like they're maybe a Lycanroc or something like that. Psycho Fangs. Or, I guess that has to be a psychic Pokemon though. Or just like an animal going psycho. So we got the Articuno swapping in here, right? I know this is going to be a scummy set. And I'm going to go into Xatu. Xatu is the most useless Pokemon on my team at the moment, because I'm facing all these ice types, right? But I thought I'll try and get it going, right? So Psychic Fangs, unfortunately, is going to miss there. The Articuno is going to go for a Mind Reader. So I'm very, very scared of that, because I know they're going to go Mind Reader Sheer Cold, which is, always very bad. So you got to swap a lot. So swapping out my Mew there. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose my Hustle, and I went into Ribombee. So I thought, Ribombee, it's probably one of the, along with Xatu, it's probably not one of the most important Pokemon. So going for Simple Beam on the Articuno, they're getting rid of the Snowcloak, which is great, and giving it Simple. Now, Sheer Cold is going to land on my Ribombee, and it's going to take it. I did the right thing to swap there, but it still landed. I mean, what can you do? I'm sorry, Ribombee. Not much you could have done there. Now, Lilipup's going to go for Lillipup. This nickname, right, this Vulpix nickname, Lillipit, whatever it is, it'll come up in a second. I just called it Lillipup because of that nickname. Anyway, just roast me later. So it's going to go for a Track there. It's going to bounce off my Magic Bounce, which is fun. Next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be my Durant again. I have to land a Metal Claw. Little Pix, that was it. Lillipup, Little Pix. Holy moly. So in comes the Frostlass here, right? Now, Frostlass is going to get hit pretty hard by Metal Claw, right? So I'm thinking, well, it does have the Veil up, but I should nearly be able to take it out in one, maybe 2 hits, right? So going for Skill Swap there, giving my my Xatu Simple, right, which is good. But can I get the Calm Mind off under these circumstances with all these Ice type Pokemon, right? So here comes the Mind Reader. It's taking aim on my Durant. I cannot afford to lose my Durant right now. I gotta swap it out, right? I have to swap it out. Now I'm going to go back into Mew here. Hopefully the Sheer Cold will miss my Mew so I can do some damage right. Now Poltergeist is going to be the Frost attack. It's going to attack me. It's going to see that I've got a Citrus Berry. So Xatu is going to hit very, very hard there. And it's going to faint. Man, Xatu has not caught a break the whole time. It's the thing about setting up the ability simple, right? You got to do so many steps and take all this damage at once, right? So swapping back in the Durant now that the coast is clear for now, I guess. And we got the Frostos going for a track on my Durant. So this is, man, Durant's had a lot of relationships in this battle. Like it's had one with a Mammoth one, and now it's had it with a Ghost. Imagine having a relationship with a ghost. Anyway, we got the Blunder Policy activating there, giving me a +2 in speed, which is going to be very handy. And now we got the Articuno going for Hail there. So this whole team is based around Hail and Snowcloak, and you getting salty missing moves against. That's pretty much it, right? So go for the Gastro Acid. Gastro Acid misses there, which really sucks. So I need to get rid of some of these abilities. I'm thinking that this is my thought process right now. I can Dynamax Durant, right? I might be able to take a couple of these Pokemon out with a Max Steel Spike, right? But once that advantage wears off and I'm not going to miss any moves, right, I could probably set in my Regigigas and maybe try and clean up that way, right? That was the plan at this stage. And I was infatuated too, so I had to worry about that. So my Durant is still infatuated in this matchup, and it gets immobilized by Love. Here comes the Thunder Wave from the Frostlass, and now not only am I immobilized by Love, I'm also paralyzed too, so things are not looking good. Sheer Cold's going to miss my Mew, which is very good, and now Mew's going to go for a role play. You know what? I was like, if you can't beat him, you've got to join him, right? So I got rid of my Synchronize and gave it Snowcloak, so Snowcloak Mew, right? So getting hit by the Hail on my Durant here. Poltergeist is going to fail there because obviously I don't have an item anymore on my Durant, and I'm going to go for a Max Steel Spike here. Now this time I targeted the Articuno. I was sick of Sheer Cold, right? I was sick of Mind Reader Sheer Cold, so that Pokemon just simply had to go there. So getting a nice defensive boost there on Durant, which is going to help me out against any other physical users, right? So bye-bye Articuno. Now there's a couple more Pokemon left. That's only my second one I took out, right? And we're going to go for Psychic Fangs here on the Frostlass, doing very good damage. So the next move, I can definitely take Frostlass out, right? Next Pokemon to come in is going to be Glaceon. Now, Glaceon is fairly bulky. It's got a good amount of special attack. I'm going to take it out, right? Poltergeist misses due to the ability that I stole, which is Galaxy Braid. Here comes Max Steel Swipe. We're going to take the Glaceon out there, and then my Mew's going to target the Frostlass to try and give me an edge in this battle, right? Now, my opponent is Dynamax either, which is still a thing, so I've got a brief sort of lead here. Something could definitely go wrong there. You never know, especially with, like, evasion moves, right? So here comes the Psychic Fangs on the Frostlass, and that is enough to take it out. So it's all that's left now is the Vulpix from earlier on and one other Pokemon. I mean, Durant is paralyzed, but at least it's still got, like, a defensive boost, right? So it's not going to go down easy. So the next Pokemon that comes out here is going to be the Alola Sandslash. So this normally runs very good in Hail with Slush Rush, but I know they're going to be running a Snowcloak set because all of them have been the same. So go for Gastro Acid straight away there. I'm going to nullify its ability. That's great. So bye-bye Cloak. No more misses there. We got the Vulpix going for a Tract on my Durant here. So Durant once again has fallen in love. This is like Durant's like relationship like thing here. Like this is like the third. This is like the relationships of Durant. I'm trying to think of the word for it, but it's not coming to mind. Anyway, the Hail is going to go away. We got the Vulpix going for Dynamax. I thought they may go for the Sandslash with Dynamax. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe the Vulpix is going to set up the Hail again, right? That would be good. And try and get at least some damage there. I don't know what sort of set the Alolan Sandslash has got either. Maybe it's a special set with Blizzard, right? You never know. It's on Pinmarsh channel. So getting paralyzed there by the Paralyzed, which sucks. And now Mew's going to go for a Psychic Fangs, doing very, very good damage to Vulpix there. It's about a 2-hit KO, right? So here comes the Max Hailstorm there. I'm going to head and assume that's coming from Sheer Cold. And now the Hail is working again, which is okay. My Mew's got that ability, and the Vulpix has that ability too. Now the Sandslash is going to be a Sword Dance set. I need to get rid of this. This will do a lot of damage, right? So +2 an attack with the Sandslash. The only thing is, I've got my Durant here with Metal Claw, but I need to like land it and move on it, right? So I'm going to get immobilized by Love, which sucks because I was going for the Sandslash there. Unfortunately, that actually didn't take it out. I think I got minimum damage, and not the Lillipup, the Vulpix is going to land a move against my Durant in. Man, Lily Pup, Vulpix, Lily Pix. Dang. Okay, so Mewtwo's going to get phased there by the Leech Life, and that's going to give the Sandslash some health back, right? Which is okay. It's fine, because I still have Regigigas in the back here. Now, even a resisted Hustle Facade at full base power, I can tell you what, people, that is not going to tickle. So setting out the Regigigas there, hoping I can get an Entrainment off, and I do. I was like, yes, that's really, really good there. So I'm going to need Regigigas and Ferrothorn to, try and take these last couple of Pokemon. So getting the Hustle ability, which is great. I went for Thunder Wave here on the Sandslash because I knew that Facade wouldn't be a one shot here, and I didn't want to get hit by a move from the Sandslash, right? Now we got the Vulpix going for its final Dynamax move there, and it's once again going to be targeting the Durant, which is okay. Durant can't do a lot in this state either, so I was hoping he's going to Metal Claw off. So here comes the Avalanche from Sandslash, doing a lot of damage to me there, doing a heap of damage there, and unfortunately the Hailer's going to take out my Durant. I could have gone for Metal Claw there on the Sandslash, but in case it missed, that would have been bad, and then, Regigigas would have had Facade with Slow Start, which would have been horrendous, right? So bringing in my Ferrothorn here, I know that I've got the Steel Roller, but I can't use it. So all I've got is Power Whip. Now, Power Whip and Facade should almost be enough to take out the Alola Sandslash, right? Firstly, I'm going to go for Protect here, right? Because I know they're going to go for a Sheer Cold, but instead of going for my Regigigas, they went for the Ferrothorn. So going for Worry Seed there, getting rid of the Sandslash's ability, because I needed to do that, right? So bye-bye Snowcloak. Goodbye. Now, the Vulpix ride isn't too much of a threat because it's only got Sheer Cold. That's all it's got, and it's used it so many times, so it must be very, very close to running out of them. That's what I was thinking at this stage, right? So taking a bit of hail damage there and a little bit of burn damage for the Flame Orb. Now let's get this one going, right? So go for Society. Look at the damage there. That was a lot of damage there. Unfortunately, the Lily Pup Vulpix gets a Aurora Veil off before my Ferrothorn can land a Power Whip there. Not to say the Power Whip would have taken it out there, but it's going to be extremely close whether I can take this out now. So Avalanche is going to be enough to take out my Regigigas, so all that's left now is the Ferrothorn. But I'm okay with this because I know that I can deal with the Vulpix. So take the Vulpix out with Power Whip and then deal this, this Paralyzed Sandslash, right? We all miss all of our moves that turn and then the Paralyze. And I was like, okay, let's go for Power Whip again. And Vulpix lands its final Sheer Cold. It used all 8 of them up, and Ferrothorn is going to faint in a salty rage. Well, there you have it, people. That was the ability-changing moves team. I hope you really enjoyed it. It was a very, very fun thing to do. I'll be back with another upload a little bit later on. Peace out.